I'm on the canal. It's a late session. I'm mini jigging and I've been here for about 5 minutes fishing with a 0.7 gram jig head and a 2-inch fish, and I got the impression that the fish weren't feeding as I would have liked, so I've dropped down to a 0.4 gram jig head and a 1-inch rubber fish. And do you know what? I think that this will do the trick. Isn't it great when a fish takes the lure? If you're a lure fisherman yourself, you know all about that, don't you? Nice enough perch, especially, as I so often say, on the gear that it was caught on. Balanced, and you get the most out of the fight. A good tip when you're lure fishing, especially this kind of angling, is that when you decide to lift the lure out the water, you want to recast, maybe move along, then make sure that you bring it out very, very slowly and still continue to work it to the point where it leaves the water, because that perch that I had just now was obviously around the rubber fish, but it didn't take it until it was about 4 inches from the surface. So if I'd have decided to just snatch it out and then move on, well, I'm in a limited area, but if I'd have decided to just lift it out quickly, then I would have lost that fish. When it comes to locks and this type of structure, just trying to move around a bit there. I think I'm getting a bit of white out. There you go, that's better. This type of structure, you need to be careful. You couldn't set up with your box, your keep net, all your gear, because boats will be coming through. But at this time of the year, and especially if you're there very early in the morning or late in the evening, the chances are you're not going to get any boat traffic. But because you've got your rod, your net, your bag, and your unhooking mat, very, very simple anyway, so you're not disturbing anyone. That's the important thing, isn't it? Unless I get another fish, this will be my last clip. I'll have a number of casts out before I go. Still light left, although it looks brighter and lighter on the camera than it does out here. But I've certainly enjoyed it, and it's all about making the most of every opportunity, isn't it? You don't need to fish for a long time. It's all about fishing at the right time. And if you are watching this on YouTube as opposed to the embedded video on my website, if you go to the comments box below, then there will be a link that takes you to the written blog entry, and I always put a little bit more in there as well.